Welcome to my channel, Freckled Mom DIY. I'm Devin. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, hey! Today I'm sharing a few DIYs using floral to enhance your home or office. This is Here's Your Crown, a challenge that I host along with Connie and our co-host Sandy. I'll explain that in a minute, but let's get right into the DIYs. This first project is a desk organizer, although I'm using it for my craft room. So I had gotten a bunch of furniture the other day and I got these really thick cardboard pieces in the cardboard box. So I am using those Dollar Tree drawers that I've used in the past. I found these in the kitchen section, but people have said they found it in the beauty section. So I guess just look all over Dollar Tree for them. I'm using a little mixture of hot glue and wood glue, and I'm just gluing it right along the edges of this little drawer, and then I'm flipping it over and putting it right to that cardboard. I'm doing a little bit of wood glue on all the edges here. I'm gonna do another layer of cardboard. Now this is that really thick cardboard that has like the accordion little pieces in it. I'm sure there's a name for it and you guys will tell me in the comments, but this was nice and thick. I thought it was going to be nice and sturdy. This is just a thrifted box I've had jewelry in it for years, so I cleaned it up. I put some 𝚅𝚒𝚎𝚘𝚗𝚅, some hot glue, and I'm going to adhere it right to the top. Now this I took outside and I spray painted it in my peony pink. So I went to my Cameo and I printed out this beautiful decal. This is on Cricut paper, even though I use my Cameo. And that's a dried spray paint. Everything got spray painted. And I'm putting the decal on, and this was a beautiful foil paper. And I just loved it so much. I thought it was super sweet. So now I'm Mod Podging that little shelf that you saw there, and this is just a cardstock cutout that I cut out of my book, and I'm using my Mod Podge roller, and I'm just putting all the seams as close as I can and making sure that I get a really good adherence before I do my next coat of Mod Podge. Now that cardboard, I thought I was going to like it like that, but after seeing it spray painted, I did not. So I ran to the store. I went to Michael's. They were having a half off sale on spring and summer florals, so I got a whole bunch here. I'm just ripping all the heads off because I'm going to hot glue them. I did get a couple of bigger bunches, and I only used one of those floral bouquets that you see at Michael's, and I cut those. I didn't pull those ones off. I used my wire cutters and I cut them off. So here I am. I just laid them all out where I wanted them, and I'm just hot gluing everything into that little accordion sized piece of cardboard. And I do this for the top and the bottom. And as you can see here, I also spray painted my drawers. All I did was take them out separately and I spray painted them with my copper, and I love that color. I'm adding a little bit of ribbon. This is just to, I don't know, jazz it up a little, give it a little something something. And I just used a little bit of hot glue and I just adhered that right to my box. And I just think it adds such a cute little detail. And now I'm gonna go through and do all the flowers on the top now. I had to be careful so I could still use the drawers. I want this to be functional. I put that flower on the corner because there was a little chip in the drawer just to cover it up. This project was totally inspired by Annie from Indie Annie Jones. She uses so many florals and I just love everything she makes. She puts so much thought and care into every project, and she just is such a genuinely nice person. Like, she's just totally amazing, and I just love all her floral pieces. So this project was definitely inspired. It wasn't one of hers, but it was definitely inspired from Annie. So thank you, Annie. Here's Your Crown is a challenge hosted by myself and Connie from Connie's Nails and Creations. Today's co-host is Sandy Lumbermill DIY. These women are so amazing and super talented. Make sure to check out their channels and the playlist. The challenge is to create a project inspired by another female YouTuber. There's a lot of inspiration out there, so I'm excited to see what everyone creates today. So I told you guys that I had redone my craft room, and who doesn't want matching scissors to match their style? My scissors were definitely getting a little tattered, and I love these scissors, so I decided just to take my 𝚤𝚒𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗𝚗𝚎 and I'm just gonna jazz them up. And this was such a sweet, simple project. I just cut out the paper, and I didn't cut out the right size. I wanted it to kind of wrap around it, so I just cut out a bigger piece, which you'll see as we go. I love this 𝚤𝚒𝚘𝚗𝚗𝚗 paper. You guys have seen me use it on so many projects, and I'm just doing a very generous coat of Mod Podge. And you're gonna see this is kind of just a back and forth kind of DIY. Definitely an easy project. It's just a lot of smoothing out and Mod Podge and smoothing out and back and forth. So there I'm just cutting a little bit in the middle so I can stick my fingers through, and you'll see that, so I can go around the handle. So anywhere that the paper was kind of like creasing, I just used my scissors to cut it just so I could get a little more leeway with it. And thankfully my nails are growing super long now, so it was a little bit of smoothing out and a little bit of me using my fingers to push edges down to get it really close. If you didn't have long fingers, you could just use some kind of tool and use that to go around the edge, and I think that would be just fine. So you can see here that I'm using just a regular paintbrush, and I'm going around the edges and smoothing it out, but I'm going pretty forcibly, I'm not sure. I'm going pretty hard with my brush, and that way I can get it smooth all around the edge. Now, I really wanted this to be durable, so I do use a lot of Mod Podge, because you know scissors, they wear out very easily where your thumbs go. And so I'm just doing the same thing, and I just think this is so pretty, and I don't know why it took me so long to think of this, because I love matchy things. I myself don't match my clothes, but I like my craft supplies to match, so I am super excited. I used a little bit of my razor blade here, and I would suggest just waiting. I always do this. I try to do it when it's wet, and it always rips a little, so I suggest just waiting and doing it after when it's dry. So now I'm going to the other side, and I have all this extra paper here, and I'm just gonna try to push it down and move it around so that way you can see as much floral as you can. And I just think this is such a sweet design. I really think it adds to anything you're gonna paint it on, and I actually have so much of this. So it comes in a pack of three different designs, and I have the link down in my description if you ever wanted to look it up. It's the 𝚤𝚒𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗 paper. And I was actually inspired, so I wasn't inspired by an actual project, but if you know Liz from the Official Craft Nerd, she is like the queen of shabby chic, and she has so many adorable projects, and she definitely inspired me to do this. Liz was actually my inspiration because she's the one who told me about 𝚤𝚒𝚗𝚗𝚗𝚗 paper. So I had been looking for some Prima paper, the rub-on flowers, and she told me about this paper, and ever since I've been obsessed. So you guys can blame Liz for my obsession. How sweet are these? Oh my goodness. I am just so in love with these, and I've already used them for a couple of projects, and they feel just fine on my hands. I wasn't sure what the texture was going to be like, but it's fine. It doesn't feel any different. I think the Mod Podge definitely secured it and made that feeling very soft on my hand and not rough. So these are super cute and super easy, so definitely let me know if you try them. If you're new to my channel or coming over from another channel, welcome. We do a lot of Dollar Tree crafts, DIY, gifts and decor, thrift flipping, and more. If you like these kind of videos, please consider subscribing. To all my returning friends and subscribers, thank you. Don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. You can also find me on Instagram as Freckled Mom. This project is definitely inspired. It's definitely a replica from Yelena from the Blondie next door. I had seen her video. I'm gonna link it down in my description, but I had all these items on hand and I was just wondering what to do with them. I had gotten this bag from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was super cute. She used one of those straw hats, but I had this and I wanted to use it, so I did. You're gonna see what happens in a minute, but here I am just copying her idea where she had put the hat around to make like a floral holder. So I'm just using my hot glue and I'm hot gluing down the edges, and you got to be careful because the hot glue does go through the holes. So I have neuropathy, don't worry about my fingers, but for you guys, use some protectors on your hands. You can see there, it just ripped right off. So I just ripped it off and started over. And I'm not sure if a straw hat would be as flimsy, but that's what happened. A happy accident, that's okay. We are DIYers, we can figure this out. I just lined it up and did the same thing. This time I'm gonna just roll over the edges here and hot glue them, and so far it seems to be holding up just fine. And then I go through with my ink from Waverly, which is a Plaid product, and I'm just going through and making a line. If you saw in her videos, she had done this. This is a super cute little addition to this project. Super simple and just super adorable. And it's just so nice watching other crafters make items like this, because it just shows you that like at home, anybody can do this. You know, it's not an, you know, super hard DIY. If you go to the Dollar Tree, you can get all these supplies and you can really jazz up your Dollar Tree items very simply. And I just love this project, so I wanted to share it. I also wanted to say thank you. She did a great job. I think she has an amazing channel, so make sure you check out her channel and let her know Devin said hi. And these are just some florals I had gotten from Walmart the other day for $3. They're super cute, and I thought they added just a nice little touch, again, to add to my craft room. Give me something pretty to look at while I'm crafting. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. Also, let me know what your favorite DIY was. When you hit the bell, you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Don't forget, this was a playlist. Check out my community tab for my next live. Another way to support my channel is buymeacoffee.com. You can look for me on Instagram as Freckled Mom. Very soon, I will be sharing my new channel, Freckled Mom at Home. Please stay tuned for that. I'd love to hang out over there too. I'll see you on Tuesday for a new video. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.